That was
take
just
that
for
back.
the other
It's a
people.
good pre-roll.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Welcome
to a drink and a joint
to a drink and a joint
with T&D.
And this is episode 58.
You know what we need we need an intro first off. We need to write a musical melodies, all that, those things.
Oh, what music is?
Yeah, we need to do music, and then at the end it goes.
And then
Welcome to a drink and a joint.
yeah.
Yeah, we need to
Or
have
like we
bong
can
noise,
like lighting the crackle of like smoking a joint of like when you light it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's probably a little too hokey.
No, I like it because you do the drink sound and then the joint sound.
We'd have to up our production value in every way once we do that.
Yeah.
Like we got to have several cameras. We got to have a nice clean white room with the T&D or a drink and a joint
table.
logo. Yeah, and a coffee table or just a
we
table
need to get
that
a coffee
we're
table and collect pieces for the show.
Yeah, for sure.
And request pieces.
Yeah, so we'll get a PO box as soon as there's more than 8 of you out there.
Yeah, and then you can send us bongs.
Yeah, I don't know if they can do that.
You can totally send bongs over the internet.
Yeah,
over the internet.
Over the internet.
Over the.
It's regular mail. Yeah, you just order it.
It's all this ethereal.
Yeah, they find us on the internet and then they send us the bongs in real life. I don't want a digital bong. There's nothing I can do with that.
Oh yeah, they can send it over the internet.
You literally cannot. Not yet, at least.
Well, maybe not a physical version.
The future
of it, but you can
is here. Segue into Elon Musk's Cybertruck.
Yeah, that's exciting.
It doesn't look like a truck.
Looks ugly as fuck, dude.
It's a fucking Halo vehicle.
Yeah. I didn't love it. And apparently, what were you saying? He shattered the glass of it right away?
Immediately. He brought it out on stage and was like, he either said the glass was bulletproof or shatterproof and then had rocks thrown at it and they cracked.
Had rocks thrown at? Like he didn't even throw them?
I don't think he threw them. I don't remember. See if you can find it. Jamie?
Damn it, we need somebody. Why don't somebody come out here and be our producer /
our guy in the chair?
Yeah.
Be our guy that segues or like fucking hits the transitions between our one camera and looking at shit on the internet.
Yeah, at least that.
Yeah.
Shit. Is that technically a 2-camera?
No. It's 2 scenes. It'd be the same camera, but just 2 scenes. And now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you get to learn about what being a podcaster is like. A little peek behind the iron curtain.
Why is it iron?
Because
it's so ugly.
Yeah. Do you see the cracked windows?
No.
Cracked window picture.
Why? He bought some old. What was it? Was it a McLaren or something from the 80s that he based it off of? He bought an old car. I forget what it was. But it was real boxy like that, and it was like a high-end sports car from like the 70s or 80s.
Yeah.
And it was a concept car, and he bought that to kind of build the look off of, which again, fuck, dude. Why? Is cyberpunk aesthetic is what they called it. I just don't get why it's even cool, really? I don't know. They're calling it a pickup too, and it has no bed in it, does it?
So yeah, there's the.
Does it have a truck bed?
There's the picture. He was like, "It's unbreakable."
Damn, we need to go back in the lab about that one, old Tess.
Just get some fucking shatterproof glass, my dude.
Actual fucking don't lie.
Okay, so it does open up to have a bed. You're like, okay, now.
I mean, it's cooler. At least it does have a bed.
I just it doesn't. I don't get it really, and maybe I'm not supposed to get it. Maybe it's these young kids. Is he too cool?
Is he too cool for you?
It might be too cool for me, because this is what futuristic cars looked like in movies and shit. So is this just what's gonna happen? He's going to be the guy that is just like, I really like the science fiction. I'm just going to make everything I've ever seen in science fiction.
That doesn't seem as... I mean, the whole reason we started making cars round was like for aerodynamics and shit. I mean, I guess you don't need as much speed as you need, torque in a truck. but still, it seems like we're going in the wrong direction there.
But wouldn't the
By
sharper
going back to
angles make you
boxing.
more aerodynamic if you were more close? I mean, like, because that just kind of looks like a bullet or an arrow.
But the wind would still hit right there, as opposed to a perfect circle. The wind would be able to, it wouldn't have as much
There's no
force,
drag
nothing to
resistance.
hit. Yeah. So I just don't know why. But see, if he's going this direction, I would assume that he's going to put some cars in that, like that 80s boxy look. And I hate
even
that
then,
shit.
like, you know, you've got the Teslas themselves that are, you know, they're fairly.
I haven't seen any boxy ones.
Well, no, that's not what I mean. But they're angular.
Yeah. His sports cars are definitely like modern looking, and to me, in the right direction of where we should be going. I don't like this truck really. I don't know.
Toby says he don't like the truck.
I mean, I'll take it.
Oh shit!
At the same time, when I think about like
a Tesla hearse, fucking love it.
Oh, okay.
200,000.
That ain't shit.
That ain't shit to me.
It's no money, ho. That's no money.
$200,000.
I love that story. Have you know that story about when some dude's in I think it was Magic City in Atlanta. He was in there with 50 Cent and Floyd Mayweather and Jay-Z, and they're all like bringing from the bank blocks of money and cracking them open and, you know, knocking strippers out and shit. Like, and he said that's what they kept saying the whole time. He'd like bring a 50 grand pallet in. He'd bring a 100 grand pallet in. He'd be like, "It's no money, Floyd. It's no money." And they keep that. I love that. They're just like showing the fuck out at each other.
That's fucking ridiculous.
It's like a battle, you know?
Yeah, it's fucking awful. I
Nah,
need
dude.
some of that money.
Oh, awful for you. I
Awful
like
for me.
I like that.
Yeah,
That's a thing. I've heard it in quite a few songs, and there's one recently that said it about it's like how y'all on the side sliding money into y'all feet, like at the strip club.
Yeah.
And they're like, "What? I'm gonna take this." They slide it under and then like get it stuck to their foot or like bend down.
Yeah.
Take a couple grand home. That's for the strippers.
You put that
It's
back
not
down.
for you.
Yeah.
But I mean, shit. They have the money. They're showing out. Those strippers had a great fucking night.
Yeah, some
You
of
know?
them aren't strippers anymore because of that night.
Yeah, I mean, shit. You make $100K in a night. I think you can kind of like take the year off.
I'm
At
leaving
least a
Vegas.
year.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. Rolling up the first joint.
So, what you been watching anything fun recently?
It's been begrudgingly living
Oh,
and just trying to do work and keep my head from caving in. What song is that? Feel like my head's caving in.
I have no idea. I
It's
just
like
asked you what you've been watching. I wasn't asking for fucking sad boy shit.
Well, that transition is right into our first topic, though.
Oh, just the phrase sad boy
Nation.
shit.
Yeah. Which we really need to coin that because we keep saying it and somebody's going to take it.
Yeah.
But
Well, not from us. They're just gonna think of it.
yeah. Well, we need to take it first from them. And yeah, all everybody out there, buy us Sad Boy Nation. Just go copyright it for us.
Yeah.
Whatever it takes.
Make that out to TND.
I mean, I don't know if we need to copyright the phrase as much as we like make a website or something. There's weird copyright rules now about like because we have so much social media and stuff, it kind of counts as a copyright when you post it first.
Yeah.
So if we posted it everywhere and then bought a website with it, I think we could fight it in court if someone tried to use that shit.
Yeah, I'm
And
down
we
to
can make
sue
T-shirts and shit.
folks.
You know,
Sad boy nation with a
yeah,
tear.
40
on the
Thieves,
eye.
Sad Boy Nation. It's like Sad Boy Nation is just a sect of 40 Thieves. But yeah, so been on some weird shit, and this was just sad fucking news to me today, and I wanted to share it with the loyal and loving fans that we have.
Yeah, we're talking
To you, John.
Yeah.
If your name is John, fuck yeah. So yeah, let's see. Juice World.
Pew 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 pew.
We're taking a moment of silence here, Davey. Come on.
I'm holding a microphone as a gun and pew pewing at Toby.
Man, if he got shot, I'd be real
Pew
offended
pew pew
right
pew
now.
pew 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 pew. We're in an airport. Pew 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 pew.
Yeah,
pew.
you did. Now everybody's gonna be pissed. No one hears this, but if they did, they'd be pissed.
Yeah. Okay. So. Getting real for a moment. We will get real, and we will have a moment of silence.
Yeah. For Juice World, starting now. All right.
That was good.
Yeah, 5 seconds.
It was a moment.
Put it in there. Anyway, so Juice World dies at 21. He was 21 years old.
Well,
and landing in Chicago on a flight from Los Angeles. This was earlier this morning, apparently 2 a.m. this morning, 2 or 3 a.m. Let's see. So they haven't done the autopsy yet. They're still waiting to see, if it was, I don't know. Everybody does drugs in this world. Like, could have been drug induced. He could have had some medical issues. There could have been a lot of different things, but it was from a seizure. Is what actually killed him. So
he had a seizure and then maybe like an aneurysm.
Yeah, because they said they found him with blood coming out of his mouth, so it looked like internal bleeding.
Yeah.
So I mean, it could have been a severe medical issue, or he could have just. They have those. It's not an overdose, but it's like I don't know if they have a name for it, but it's like a latent overdose. To like after it can be a day or two late, like after you did something that fucked up your body.
Yeah, well, I mean, hitting the altitude as well, like putting your body through that. There are like certain conditions you shouldn't fly with.
And he may have had a medical issue and then got in the plane, hit back down. And his body couldn't adjust.
Yeah.
Seized out over it. I don't know.
The human body is an anomaly, man.
But no, I was a fan. We've talked about him a few times. He was on Sad Boy Nation with us, bro. Like, he, it's like you could
Tell
say
me about him.
You say, he was too young to be sad, but I was sad that young.
Oh yeah,
I've been sad my whole life.
Yeah,
it's like that's just a thing that certain people understand is like true crippling, fucking. I suppose depression or just
it's depression. Like I know that term is overused now.
Yeah, but there's something deep down. It's like I want to call it something else because it's like depression seems like it's a temporary thing. It's like it's not like I get sad now and then. It's just like maybe it's a chemical imbalance, something like that. It could be something like that to where it's just there's no getting away from it. You're just kind of like we talked about before, just kind of using it as your first step. Like you wake up in this kill yourself kind of mood every day,
Yep.
And you just work away from it until you can go to sleep again.
Well, yeah. So are we gonna like do a mental health PSA right now? Are we about to get real?
I mean, yeah. Like, I just think I think learning to accept it is not what people tell you. People tell you to fight it and like run away from it instead.
You have to lean in. You have to feel your feelings.
I say again, instead of running away from this feeling, it may be something within you that it could be something temporary, and if it's something temporary that can be changed, that probably is more like depression. The way they talk about it. But if it's something that can't be changed, even in good situations, it might be a chemical thing.
But even then, yeah, like, and I don't agree with really any sort of prescription for chemical imbalances. I don't.
I've tried a couple, and they did not work well with me. And so
it's because they say that there's like a baseline of what chemical activity is in a human brain, but everybody's brain chemistry is different. Mm-hmm. So how can there be a baseline? There's no way that they've done enough studies and accumulated enough data to be able to like bring in like an actual average.
Yeah.
There's no way. There's absolutely no way. There's too many goddamn people on the planet.
But again, instead of running from this thing that you think is destroying you, use this as your stepping stone, your first building block. Like you start out sad, accept that that's how you feel, and use it to build a great feeling on top of.
Well, usually most of the time when you're depressed, there's something you should be doing. And that's there's like if you're depressed, you're not living the life you want to live, or there's something you haven't grown to accept, something you haven't gotten over.
Again, what I'm saying is, or that's what a lot of people say. But even in the best times of my life, I've been sad. So I feel like that it's not a temporary thing.
That's not what I'm saying. There's for people that are always depressed, there's a drive. There's a drive in it, because like to truly now ignoring it or fighting it or trying to run away from it is not the answer to it at all. The way is through it.
Let me go check real quick.
All right.
Sorry, I'll be right back.
Getting real, and Toby's got to go check. Sorry, guys. We'll wait. We'll wait just a second for him to get back, because this is an important topic. Very important.
It's all good.
Everything's all good, it seems. Toby says.
Except, the crippling sadness.
The crippling depression of being a human being.
So anyway.
But, oh no, we were talking. We're in the middle of the conversation.
I think that, that's what I'm saying. So anyway, I think using it as a stepping stone is just something recently that I've been kind of reframing how I'm thinking of it. And I'm just trying to use it more. And I've been being, I still like, over exaggerate and be crazy in the music. But it's starting to come from a much more honest place. And I'm starting to slip in more truth all the time in it. And it's even more, because like, the whole idea, like, me and Zach were talking about, it's like everybody that buys fancy shit is like filling a hole, and they're like the saddest people wear the flashiest shit because they're like their soul's empty, and that's kind of what we're all doing. And like I please myself with buying things or with accomplishing things, and I got out of breath for some reason. I think that that as well is therapeutic. Like that's kind of why I got into hip hop, was like the whole like using your anger and sadness and like converting it into a celebratory feeling.
Yeah,
and it's really good at that. But I also think that leaning into it and letting it be sad is still therapeutic.
Oh, absolutely. Everybody, but that's the thing though, is that like, especially if you're a musician, like or any kind of artist, that depression is something that's there. And that could be like, the call of the void. It could be
and I like to believe that everyone knows what I'm talking about, but just by talking to select few people in my life, my guess is that everyone doesn't. Because I don't see how some people, and maybe it's a thing of that I'm weak as fuck and they can muster the courage to like deal with it or something, But like, how does someone like look their kid in the face and tell them something? Like, I just don't understand simple things like that.
Well, you got to think too that like and you do that like I'm not trying to take an inventory for you, or like this is just something I've noticed about you, is that you project yourself onto others. You project you're speaking for a group of people when it's just
I don't know how to
your view on it.
No, I don't know how to be like them, is what I'm saying.
Oh no, it's
I don't understand.
Oh shit, I forgot what you said that led me to that. Sorry, bro.
I was saying like I don't understand how someone could have a family or like be a family man. Like, that doesn't make sense to me, how they could deal with all the crippling fucking ideals of the world weighing on them and still be able to look a child in the face, is what I said.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, so that's if that person was you. So these people, you got to think about...
I'm saying I don't know how they do it.
No, exactly. It's because that they're...
I don't think you're looking at it right.
No, their minds work differently.
Exactly, and I was
they believe
asking
something...
if they dealt with that same depression.
Well, they have outlets for it. They either have like secrets, They either have.
Well, how would you know how they feel? I don't know how people. There's no way we can know if they feel what we feel.
Well, they probably don't. There are some people that don't. Like you got to think. A lot of people have a religion that they subscribe to. They have a hope and they have like a moral compass. They
to kind of make up for a lot of those questions and
and then they just
things like that.
They live their life the way that fits into that.
Yeah,
and they're like actual genuine people that do those things.
Yeah. What's going on out there? But yeah, no, I don't know what you were trying to say about me projecting on people.
No, it's just when you're like, I don't see how those people could do those things because
I'm not like them.
Exactly. Yeah, that's just what I was saying.
I didn't understand what you meant, but yeah, I don't get from the outside looking at them. My mind works so differently, or it's actually different. It was my question. There's no way for me to know whether they have the same thoughts, but they're just stronger in dealing with them, or they don't have those thoughts. There's no way for me to know for sure.
Well, I mean, a lot of people are not very self-aware.
It could be a thing they haven't asked the questions.
Because we've done a lot of psychedelics.
Yeah, which led us to a lot of deep parts of our own mind.
Well, yeah, and looking at situations in different ways and asking different questions.
The hard questions. That you're right. Some people, there's probably a group of people that just don't ask those questions.
Nope.
There's a group of people, like you said, with religion, things like that have an answer to those questions. And so that may be half of the population right there. And maybe that's why a lot of these people I don't relate with is because they either haven't asked the questions or they've somehow found an answer. And I don't believe there's an answer to the question. So I'm always going to be like this. I was born this way, Davey. So
you wear that meat suit, girl.
There's some haunting things like let's see, and which one was that? Okay, so in one of Juice WRLD's songs, Too Soon, EP, it was called Legends, and it had a prophetic lyric, as he said. He's talking about Lil Peep and XXX, Tenacion.
Yeah.
I don't forget how to actually say his name, but about them both dying, and it's so young, and the line was, "What's the 27 club? We ain't making it past 21," and he didn't make it past 21. But it wasn't on purpose, But he kind of had that emo rock vibe in hip hop, and I really love it. Like I just love the style meshing and the whole like him being like really miserable, and still being a rapper. That had not happened up until like a few years ago. We had no sad rappers, and I'm loving that this is a thing now because like you can actually be honest about your feelings and shit,
right? Instead of like trying to just be hard.
Yeah, I mean you can be hard when you need to,
right?
But that's not the entirety of you. Hard people break down.
Well, no, that's the thing too. Is that like a lot of.
I think it helps people understand their own.
Most cultures now are coming to the point where it's okay to be more than one thing, and that's really cool. It's really cool that now the world is expanding in that way, where you don't have to just be like a rapper. Doesn't mean that you're just talking about certain things,
and shit,
money and like thug shit.
Because again, Lil Peep and XXX both had some fucking dark, suicidal shit.
Right, you can be honest. It doesn't have to just be about a certain thing anymore.
I'd say that's a rarity before like 2015. I'd say before then it was a real rarity for a rapper to be like, and I want to kill myself. I'm fucking crazy. Like anything like that. It was more about showing out, like buying shit, just about money and control, power, shit like that. And I just really love this new sect. And I think Juice WRLD was a great addition. And he took it into a different area to me. He took it into a more a little funnier, lighter looking at it, but still just as fucking emo. There's like some metal emo attitude that he was just real sad. He was heartbroken, and it's like he really loved people, and he hated himself, but and just like he's a real person. And that's just it's so nice to see it in my favorite industry. It's never been allowed in this industry.
Yeah, it's really nice to see that people, well, especially since most people are so independent now with what they do, there's nobody telling them what they have to sound like.
Yeah, because you can just get on your social media and collect fans by yourself.
Yeah, so you're letting the people choose you.
Yeah.
Instead of letting the companies choose what is out there.
Decide what markets to put you in. Yeah. You find your own markets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's
so
really
it's
cool.
For this cool little pocket.
Well, and that's just happening all over the world now. That's just, everything is going grassroots.
Well, I mean, the traditions are fading. The stereotypes are fading.
Yeah.
You know, because we're all melding.
Well, yeah, everybody can do whatever they want now. Like in regards to art. Did you hear that awesome segue?
I don't know. I like how this was written. The sentence is very confusing. This is the day after X was murdered in South Florida. Juice WRLD and X recorded a track called "Where'd You Go."
That's
it was written wrong, but I like it.
Yeah. So
Me and the ghost of X.
Yeah.
This song is hot as shit. You can't even hear it. He's ghosting on this. It's like really light,
translucent in the
He's
booth.
Barely getting into this, into this realm.
It just
doesn't come through very strong.
It'd be done through one of those like voice boxes that they use on the ghost hunting shows, where it's just static, and then you can hear like,
get out. Yeah, you hear that? That's hot as shit ever. And he was doing so good. Damn, I'm sad.
Yeah, man.
I'm even sadder than normal. I'm sad that another sad boy died. I wanted to meet him.
Yeah.
I had some respect for just. I mean, he's a kid being himself.
Right.
But he really, I don't know.
Yeah, it fucking sucks.
He helped the area a lot. I think he helped that subgenre a lot. You know, and he did a lot for people in a way.
Yeah.
Because he allowed, because I think the original, I used to make fun of emos, even though I was like a little scene kid for a couple days, you know. But
what did you look like as a
I had my hair straightened.
No.
I was different. Looking. But,
how long was your hair? Did you do this?
That's probably. I can't remember exactly the hairstyle. It was probably like pretty long.
So babyface Toby, were you wearing polos? What were you wearing?
I don't know. Maybe in some band shirt eras. You know,
like maybe a metal shirt that's too big.
Probably not too big.
Okay.
Probably too tight.
Okay. All right.
I didn't ever get to skinny jeans.
Okay.
I didn't ever get that far because I liked really baggy.
Did you go super baggy?
Ish.
Okay.
I'd wear some huge shorts.
Fuck yeah. Like Kevin Smith style, like
basically
high
like
waters.
Yes. Janko ass shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I was a mixed up kid. And I went through so many different phases. Like it's very weird because I was friends with all these different cliques. My high school was very cliquey. Yeah. And so was my middle school. And like everyone would step off and I would spend lunch hopping tables and hanging out with all these different really tight cliques. And I'd start liking one of the cliques things. Yeah. You know, it's like, so I'd be like a metal shirt and Birkenstocks and shit like that. Because I'd take different things from all the different. Yeah. And it was very weird. Weird kid.
I don't know who I am, so I will take from all of you.
I like those though. I just, that's who I am. It's all those things mixed together. Yeah. You know, fucking woke ass kid. Oh, so like to the sky for juice.
Hell yeah, dude! I did heavy swoosh. So I was super into emo music.
Really?
Oh yeah, I loved.
Okay, so that's
just like emo punk. I
loved punk. I got into a punk era, but never emo. I made fun of emo ass people and goth.
No, I wasn't a goth, and I wouldn't even necessarily call myself emo. I was like into Coheed and Cambria.
But at the same time, I loved like emo bitches at the time. You know, that was the thing for sure. Okay. Like, dude, I don't know. I was afraid, like seeing some cuts on some thighs.
Oh
shit
my
like
god!
That would be like, this bitch is psycho. I love her.
Yeah. Oh god.
Yeah, that was some weird times, dude. So all the cutters and shit. I had a lot of cutters around me.
Yeah.
The weird thing to just keep.
It was
inflicting
that
pain,
was a weird viral kind of thing, wasn't
I was
it?
more like felt like I should kill myself, but was
Right.
like working away from it. And they were more like, I mean, they weren't killing themselves. They knew they weren't killing themselves.
It was a way
to feel pain.
It was a way to like kind of rebel against
cut myself
everything.
Today to see if I could feel.
Yeah.
Johnny Cash. The biggest goth of all. He was a goth. He was goth country, bro. He was dark.
Yeah.
But
metal as fuck.
Yeah, dude.
You ever listen to Johnny Cash?
Is fucking metal. That is true.
So metal, he talks about stealing car parts and then putting a fucking car together.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
That shit's sweet. He he pulled a fast one on the big boys. Fucking very impressive. But yeah, so yeah, I want to make some more honest, fucking, kind of sad shit, and it also could help you work out of it. What if you wake up one day and your brand is sad and you're not sad?
Yeah.
That was something that had been brought up to me about Juice WRLD before, and it's like, I don't believe he's sad still. He's still crying about this girl from high school, and like he's a millionaire.
Yeah.
Like, do you believe that you can still be sad? And this is what I'm talking about. I think you fucking can. I think you can just be a sad boy for life.
Yeah,
You
you
know?
can be a sad boy for life, but that could also just be the kind of stuff that flows through you naturally.
Yeah.
That could just be the subject matter that he's like super comfortable in.
Yeah, well, see, that's the scary thing. So what if you get in this, and you're also like carving the shit in your brain, right? You're carving out your pathways to be sad and to do things, and if that becomes your like real brand, and you wake up one day and you're happy, like what the fuck would you do?
Yeah.
Would you kill yourself that day? That's the darkest thing. The first day I wake up happy, I'm killing myself. It was that an old man?
Because this is the best it's ever gonna get, and I don't want to see tomorrow.
Because I don't know.
This is the best goddamn day of my life. I have to die today.
This is a dark episode. We're gonna talk about the banana in a minute. Chill out.
We'll get to the banana. Don't you worry. We just gotta be sad boys for like another 30 minutes.
Yeah,
It's
just get
fine.
it out. No, I'm excited though.
You're excited about what? Depression?
About
I'm excited
getting
about
through
being
it.
sad. I'm so
Yeah,
I can't wait to wake up tomorrow
I mean,
to feel
for
the
the first time in my
sadness
life-
within my
yeah,
soul
for the first time, I'm just excited to be sad.
and get something done because I am just a living, breathing sack of meat that
Yeah, I'm just trying.
that means nothing. That is just a particle of rubbish in the breeze.
That was almost poetic. I think you went too far in the rubbish. Is what
I
you
just
lost
couldn't
me,
think of another word for dust.
Garbage. Dust.
I was
Yeah.
trying not to say all we are is
The
dust in the
ashes.
wind. We are
Yeah.
ashes in the breeze.
Ashes in the smoke. Just rising above the flame
Gotta
of
be.
death.
It's gotta be synonymous.
That's
with...
fucking metal. Am I way more metal than I think? Because now that I'm calling all this shit metal, I said a lot of metal shit.
Yeah.
But damn, I don't mean to be so abrasive. That's just how it is today.
Toby's like, should I like start wearing my hair down?
Am
more
I
and braid
am I
my
way
beard?
more metal than I think? It's like I look down, I got like bracelets.
You've got like a sleeve of tattoos,
Oh.
and
Hey.
you're just like your hair's slicked back.
Dave.
You're wearing all black.
Yeah.
The fuck happened to me?
When you wake up, metal.
Yeah.
My voice down here. What happened to my voice?
Toby, I think.
Sound like Demon Batman. Good. Those are good ones. Those are like hard to do too. Sounds like they're hawking a loogie. No, I like to go. I can't do it right now. Go. That's it. Go. Row.
A boat.
Suffering. Scream suffering. Yeah, dude. I could do metal.
You are quite metal.
Yeah, I never thought about it. Dude, man, I should do some metal. Shit. Sounds fun.
Come on, podcast dog.
Just peeking in. One eye. Give him a one eye peek.
Oh goodness.
All right.
All right.
Let's
so
roll
you-
J number 2. And,
I'm good right now. Here, you can smoke on that.
Got a little bit.
What?
They whining.
Quit
Gotta
your
get outta
whining and crying.
Davey always laughs when I talk to Roy. I don't know why. I'm probably... Get your ass...
Hi, podcast dog.
Say hello. This is Wawa.
You're just a podcast
Named after
dog.
the gas station. The Wawa?
The Wawas.
I didn't know it was a real thing, but I kept seeing it. It's
Yeah.
a real thing.
Yeah, it's northeast thing, I think.
Can't get the ones we want from the Wawa anymore.
Yeah, but they're looking for like a fucking sandwich.
It was like a burrito.
Oh, okay.
Is that what it was? Or hot dogs. It was something shitty. And like, but with the good ones from the gas station.
Yeah. Like, what gas station is known for their sandwiches?
Oh, they got good hot dogs in that gas station. Like top shelf.
Do they make them themselves? No.
But they roll them themselves. Those little rolling things. Ugh. There's just, dude, really? I mean, think about it. There's just like pork anus juices dripping on those hot rollers.
Oh my God, no.
Ugh. How's that sanitary?
It's not.
Those rollers, man.
I mean, I feel like they clean them. You know they clean them.
I mean, you gotta. It's disgusting.
Especially the ones with the cheese in them that just will bubble
Ooh, I
out.
love those. Now that's where you get me the cheddar wurst. I'll fucking, yeah, I'll gusher in my own mouth for some hot cheese.
I will do anything you.
I'll take a load of cheese.
Cheddar wursts are my Klondike bars, so I will
Oh.
do anything.
I like them frozen. I gnaw on them hard like a dog eating a bone, you know?
Good God.
Pretty great. Lick all those cheese out of the holes.
I'm pretty sure we lost somebody. Nathan Angelus said R.I.P. Indeed, R.I.P. But I think what we just talked about made him leave, and I think that's funny.
No, he was here to hear about Juice WRLD.
Yeah, and then he was like, R.I.P.
They're not talking about
They're talking about fucking hot dogs.
hot dogs. And this is why we'll never make it. I mean, if we did stay on topic and like really just do the podcast thing full all the way through, I would think I'd enjoy it.
No, I wouldn't like it.
So, you know, this is all about me. It's
Oh,
not about
goodness. That's hilarious. All right, so Tubby do anything for cheddar wurst.
you. Ooh, yeah.
What you gonna ask me?
You know what else I like? I like that they've been using King's Hawaiian sweet rolls as buns at places.
And hot dog places?
Not like,
Or just like as
I think like Hardee's or somebody's got them. And then I love a pretzel bun too.
Oh, gross.
Somebody was talking about that last night. That's a good thing.
No, I hate it. I hate pretzel buns.
You don't like pretzel buns? Do you like pretzels?
I do like pretzels.
Nah, I love those soft pretzels at the goddamn baseball game. They got those hard,
God
big
damn it.
pieces of salt.
Takes me back to the
And
40s.
you dip it in mustard. Oh, good.
To that game with the Red Sox versus the
The Browns. It was very intense.
Oh God. Yeah, it's got halfway
What
through that
if
sentence.
they had
and realized-
interleague play? What if
Yeah.
they started doing that?
Football
team
players.
versus baseball team. And you just like half the rules.
Yeah.
Half the rules apply.
You gotta figure them out. we don't have a manual.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, or what if all the rules applied?
All the rules applied.
So you play baseball
While
but
you're
you're
playing
also
football.
playing football, and you can like tackle ass people.
So like your quarterback is also the hitter.
Yeah, I don't know.
So you gotta have an ambidextrous player.
Oh, he's doing it at the same time. There's a lot of things going on.
Hit, throw, run, Tag
So then he's
bases.
catching, so someone's out there catching, trying to get a touchdown. Someone's trying to stop him getting a touchdown while catching the fly ball. Like,
Yeah.
it's intense. I like it.
Baseball diamond smack dab in the middle of a football field.
Basically. So you got to get back to that part of the field even to play the game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's all about points. You know, all about hits, runs, numbers, putting the numbers up on the board. That's what we're here for. You know?
Get the paper boy to fucking turn the...
I love that one. Turn
The number on the scoreboard.
the paper boy.
I don't know what to call him. Scorekeeper boy? Paper boy. He's also,
paper boy.
he's also the town paper boy.
Okay. I don't know if that's a good way to describe him while he's flipping numbers. Football. Yo, tell the paper boy. Why am I talking to a paper boy, right? Well, he just happens to be a paper boy.
They'd call it base foot.
He's the score bitch. So, you know?
In my look, Timothy, you will always be score bitch to me.
You're not playing today again.
But I'm a scorekeeper and a paper boy, sir.
Your life's gonna be hard. You're gonna have 8 kids. I can tell.
I've seen into your future. Paper
See you,
bitch.
Paper bitch, score bitch. You haven't asked. No. Paper bitch, score pussy. Paper bitch, score.
So I really hated when you talk to me like that.
that was his actual stream conversation, was figuring out what insults come. No. You know what I like better?
I really let you go on for a while because I thought it was kind of funny, but I didn't think you could really follow through with it like that. So it kind of...
When the paper boy turns, I was like, are we even talking about sports anymore? I was like, when the paper boy turns down the street to deliver papers, where's he going? That threw me off.
I'm never going back again. I'm going to finish this last route. I'm getting out of town.
Getting out of town, never
Going down the
back.
highway.
Getting out of town,
And I'm
I
never
don't know
going
nobody
home,
here.
and I don't want to be here anymore. I rode my bike, and it's getting...
I rode my bike here. Can someone give me a lift?
That sounds like the start to a murder. It's like, I rode my bike here. Do you mind giving me a lift?
Yeah. Or the 40-year-old virgin.
What about your bike? Ride your
I
bike.
hope you have a big trunk because
Okay.
I'm putting my bike in it.
Fair enough. We're going to reference that thing that... Dude, do you know how old that movie is? Seth Rogen was 25 in that movie.
What is he, 80? What is he, 80?
No, I think it was like 2004.
Okay. Yeah, that's old. So shake that ass, bitch, and let me see what you got. That's what I was doing in the style of.
Yeah.
I drove my bike here. Can someone give me a lift? I didn't know.
I'm really tired.
I took too many pills. All right, so yo,
Yes.
there was this dope banana.
Okay, so there once was a banana duct taped to a wall.
All right, so this was in Miami. That's where my girl is right now. She sent me this because, she went. I think she saw the banana.
She saw the banana that
I
sold.
suppose.
Oh my god.
She went through all these crazy art exhibits and shit. They're having a citywide art show called Art Basel. And so it was this artist. It's Mauricio Catalan. I think I said that all right.
All right.
It may be a Maurizio.
Maurizio.
There's no T, but it might be pronounced like that. Which I like that.
Is there a Z?
So, good content. No, it's a Z.
That's what I
Maurizio.
said.
I thought you said C.
Is there a Z?
Maurizio Cattelan's latest work of art is called The Comedian and is entertaining art lovers from around the globe. Some of these same art lovers' conversations swirled around his 2017 golden toilet. So he sold a golden toilet in 2017 for $6 million.
Was it literally gold or just spray paint?
And it was stolen from the palace over the summer. This dude's a prankster, I think. Right? He's selling golden toilets and then happened to get stole. He's, making bananas that happen to get eaten. Spoiler alert. He got eaten.
He's planning all of this. He's actually a James Bond villain.
So yeah, he he seems people say that he's like mocking the art world, I guess he got so big there's like
Yeah,
but he's not political. He's just so the comedian. What do you think about that name for? If you saw the banana,
it's a banana
I'll show you
duct taped
what it
to a
looks
wall.
like.
It's a banana duct taped to a wall, y'all.
Yeah.
And he called it the comedian. Which, okay.
So that's the piece. And it's weird how it's wrapped too. It looks like it goes behind the banana. Do you see?
Yeah.
It's not like
it looks just tight.
Yeah. But it's like it's pushed back behind it. It's not taped, like stuck up there. It's the weird how we put it up there. And so so it's
the comedian. Okay, let's
the
unpack
comedian.
that. So the
banana,
the slipping on the banana peel.
Okay, yeah. The fact that it's duct taped to a wall
is that
funny.
You're like, to me,
that's the comedian.
That's as good as dog farts.
I mean, a banana on a wall. Don't you just laugh thinking about that? Like if we weren't talking about art and I was just like, well, I'll duct tape a banana to a wall, you would crack up. Because who the fuck would do that? It's not where bananas go, man. Don't you get the joke? So it's funny. He's being, by naming it, he could have named it a lot of different things. He could have named it social commentary. He could have said immigration. Yeah. Or like, and like really made people think and get. But he called it the comedian. And so he's, there's definitely some joke behind it, whether it's just, I think it's not. One, it's a joke on the art world, is that this is what he thinks a lot of art is like hype, It's not about the actual piece because he did nothing, basically. And people will make something out of nothing, So maybe the joke is on you for staring at it. Maybe that's the comedian.
Because it's just a fucking banana on a wall.
There's the flat line of like, that's the joke, is a banana shouldn't be on a wall. What if it's that? That's funny.
But he's just like, he's got like a dent in his head.
It's funny? Banana on a wall. How you gonna put it up there? I don't know yet. Duct tape?
All I've got is some duct tape in the truck.
That's funny.
Well, I didn't eat this banana at lunch today.
It is funny. I do think it's funny. And right now we're enjoying the idea of it. And remember, that's what the guy said he bought. So like,
but how do you buy the idea of some what? How do you, that's okay. It's gotta be something shady.
So
it has to
here's
be.
when it gets eaten. So 120K banana art basil was eaten by the tuna Saturday afternoon. A new banana was re-adhered to the wall with duct tape at the installation. They put a new one up. So anyway, someone ate a really expensive snack. Right?
Well, it's free to them.
By now you've probably heard of the world famous banana duct tape to Emmanuel Perrotin's. That's a different person's name there. What happened to Maurizio? It's his gallery, I guess. Yeah. So, rather ripe, edible one. Yeah, the Italian artist Maurizio Cattelan. So it comes with a certificate of authenticity. The owners told
this was
that
a real
they
banana,
can replace the banana, but instructions on how to replace the banana are not included. I don't know why it said that. But it's like they were told when you take this home, this is gonna it might rot.
It will rot. It is a
might.
banana. It is a real banana.
It might.
It is not magical.
So this is
will
gonna rot. If
rot.
you want, you can replace the banana, and it's still what they told him is it's not gonna damage the piece, right? That he's buying. So it's like if you go home and you know, if you buy a famous painting and it gets rain on it, you can't paint over it and it's still the piece, right?
Right.
It's you fucked it up forever.
You have to get it restored.
So what they told him is that it wouldn't lose its value if he replaced the banana and kept it fresh, because that's not part of it wasn't a rotting banana. It was a fresh banana in there, so he's allowed to replace it, which is weird. But it did not
is it like a
include
mold
instructions how.
of duct tape? Is it like it's just kind of
you
like
set it in?
Yeah.
That'd be different, because then you'd have to be getting more duct tape, and then you'd be making a new piece. At a certain extent, what if you did it a little differently?
But if it's if you make sure it's the same, if you like take some.
Well, they told him he could replace it, and it still wouldn't lose its value.
Well, that just sounds
You can't paint over a Picasso, but
that sounds like bullshit.
I kind of like it. I don't know.
That's fine, but that's
so
that's insane.
The guy who,
I kind of wish my mind worked like that. I'd live a lot like it'd be a very different life if it was like, you know what? Today I'm going to wrap banana in duct tape. I'm gonna stick it to a wall and I'm gonna sell it for $120,000. But I'm gonna give them a certificate of authenticity. Oh shit! I need to make up rules around it. All right, I need to.
Okay,
make
they
up
can
rules.
replace it, but I'm not gonna give instructions on how to.
Because it's just duct tape. I just wrapped it really tight and then.
Or it's like, because that's my process, and I can't allow that information.
I don't think it's that deep.
Because it's the comedian. But what's the joke? Are you the joke?
Am I the joke? Are you making fun of me?
Yeah. Punch that. That would have been funny. Someone. I don't like this. Punch. Squish that banana, and it'd be worth more. It'd be like squished running down the thing. Ooh, double it.
If I ever see that exhibit,
I'm gonna eat that.
I'm punch.
So anyway, the guy who ate it.
If I ever see an exhibit that's a human, punch.
That's a human. You're a piece of art, you shit.
I was enraged and filled with passion about my interpretation of this art piece.
Yeah, I had a terrible thought. It's like, that's how you should sell people.
As art?
Yeah, as an exhibit, because you can have people that are crucial to
you
an
got
exhibit.
You got some real sickos buying up all these people, man.
Well, no, they just keep them in a corner and they're allowed smoke breaks and shit. It's great. You got to keep the piece alive.
They get to go home.
That's totally a thing. It's like performance art that you can buy.
But you've paid someone else for this person. Does this person also get paid?
How long do they have to?
How
is it
did you
a 30 day
How did you acquire the people?
For the rest of your life, you are stuck in this piece of art. We're going to pay you handsomely. But you can't leave.
Oh, you can't leave.
Well, no. You get smoke breaks and you get nights off.
But
or something like that.
What if they don't smoke?
Or days off.
You smoke now.
You're going to have to.
You smoke now. You're going to need it. There will be limited interactions with people and smoke breaks. But you just told me I get all the smoke breaks I wanted. Well, that is reneged. That is off the table.
I think I'm going to move the piece into my bathroom. You make them sit in your bathroom, you shit in there.
While they're in there?
Yeah, they're the art piece. And I like to enjoy it while I make. You know?
While you make.
People like art in the bathroom.
Eye contact while I make.
Paid a lot for you.
Oh God!
They're in like.
Can I take my smoke break now? No.
They're in like a traveling band.
Who's a
traveling circus, basically?
No, I'm all right now.
So the guy who ate it, I think you'll enjoy. He was a performance artist from New York.
Great.
And so
you know what I'd do?
David DeTuna. And he ate the goddamn banana at around 1:45 p.m. in front of a convention center.
Middle of the day?
Lovers. Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you that motherfucker just ate lunch too. He wasn't even hungry.
What a dick. And so so this is what they said about. So first off, it was a performance artist, and he did his own piece on the piece. That was basically his That was his art project that he did on the project by eating it, because he's a performance artist.
And he was like,
Do you see
he
what I'm
like
saying?
walked up and like ate it, and then like threw the peel, and then like took a bow.
Yeah, dude, that's for real what he did, and he got fucking huge presses off it. It worked. That's probably one of the best performance artist shit that's ever happened, right?
He's like walking off with like a towel around his neck,
The
sweating,
comedian,
and
he
like
ate a goddamn piece of work.
people are walking up, sir, why did you eat that banana? Oh, it was really nothing. It was just my expression of how
It's a passion project.
I've really been thinking really long and hard about
I got
this.
the inspiration from monkeys.
It's a commentary on how human beings are still just primal.
Yeah,
primal
and we
animals.
still go for the banana of life. Yeah, dude, it's crazy. He performed art on art. That's worth over $100,000. I mean, shit, that's weird.
And someone walks up to him
Weird,
with a
yet
checkbook and
impressive.
is like, "How much?"
How much for you to shit my mouth? Yes, someone is asking for his goddamn shit, and you know it. If someone
What?
wants to pay $20,000 and put in the corner, it's like, that's the banana from the banana to get duct taped from the comedian.
Yeah.
Shit out of the performance artist, David David DeTuna. Dude, who wouldn't want that? I would want that. Who wouldn't want that?
Mr. DeTuna.
That's the actual banana that's shit out of the performance artist. That's a piece of fucking work worth over $100,000.
Now I'm gonna buy that from you for $8 million.
If I eat it, give me my shit. It's like,
that's how you break the economy.
yeah, it's like everyone wants this shit. Now that's performance art, man.
Yeah,
Me
and that's
eating
a
the
real
banana shit out of
commentary
it.
on the art world. It's just
And
shit.
it's all shit being
It's
reprocessed.
recycled shit.
Yes,
We've done it.
Oh! I'm getting an art orgasm right now. Damn.
Yeah, we broke it.
That's what it is. That would be the craziest, biggest piece of art.
That's art. We
Biggest thing
figured
ever
out
done.
art.
Yeah, that is fucking art. Art is something that means something to somebody. That's all it is. You know, if it don't mean shit to nobody, it's not really art. But someone loved that banana. So, okay, this is what they said about while the banana was indeed consumed, apparently that doesn't diminish the integrity of the six-figure artwork. Director of museum says
Really,
that he did not destroy the artwork. The banana is the idea. That was the quote.
Oh, I don't buy it. The banana's the idea.
Yeah, well, you got a certificate of authenticity. So that's what you could resell if you're thinking about reselling it. You're buying the idea of the comedian, which was at this point, it's almost the ownership of a moment in certificate form, which I did not think was even possible. But it's a historic event now because it's not a piece of work that can be, you can't really remake it. It's got to devalue. You know, they said it wouldn't, but it's got to devalue if he remakes it. So they're really buying the moment in history where everyone laughed at the banana on the wall. And they can resell this fucking moment. Very weird. But overall, I'm a fan of the banana. Let's see. Yeah, collectors are buying this. I don't see how they could resell. A lot of attention to the booth. Yeah, I mean, they're making more money off of it, but... So do you think... what I was thinking about was that... They said that it wouldn't devalue, but I don't see how it couldn't devalue if he remakes it because it wasn't done by the original hands.
Right. So it's not by that artist anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
they're
they're selling
but it's all bullshit.
They're
It's all
selling the
bullshit.
certificate, right? They buy the certificate and they can resell that. So what I'm thinking is like,
I paid $125,000 for this
piece of paper, yeah. But what I was thinking,
it came with a banana and some duct tape.
They're buying a historical moment of when you remember when the banana was on the wall. This was that.
And you remember when that dude came?
It's the joke.
And ate it. And then
so they bought the rights to the idea of the comedian, that historical event. So they're actually bought a moment in time and they can resell it. How do you think about that?
A moment like this
worth 120,000
and a banana on the wall.
I don't know. I think it's weird that you could buy a historic moment and own it and resell it, because you're not. I mean, you can resell the wall with a new banana on it, but it's not the true piece of work.
Yeah. So do they like cut out the drywall around it and then give that to you?
Well, no, I think they give you the wall that it's on, or maybe they cut it out just right around it and frame it.
Well, yeah, a lot of places do have those false walls, right?
And then remember that Banksy when he drew on a brick wall and they cut out the brick from it and sold it for like 20 grand or something. They went up and fucking sawed that bitch off. He was like, "There's no way they're gonna do this with brick." And he's like, "Fuck you!"
I
got a saw.
I got a mason saw, man. I'm gonna come take that.
This. It was someone just taking it too. Like I think
paid
the
for
police had to get involved and shit.
I paid for it, and I put more bricks back.
They didn't pay for it. The original people took it because Banksy doesn't sell shit. Well, he does. He sells it to like celebrities and shit. But a lot of those pieces are just public statements and shit. And so someone stole it and sold it for 20 grand.
Oh,
yeah. They went and sought it out, and they're like, "Fuck yeah, I got a crew. I'm gonna be there tonight.
Yeah.
Fuck your news cameras. I got a saw. You know,
it's
mine
like
now.
People saw him do it.
Yeah.
I mean, how could you
They
not?
have videos of him and shit. But he was stealing it.
Yeah.
I think he might have legally paid like the owner of the building a small fee.
Okay.
So he would have been legally allowed to own he was allowed to do construction on the site or something. They might have had a loophole.
Oh, was he like, "Can I take this and replace it?"
Because he didn't steal it from the building. They were aware of it. But so he must have paid them off to take a piece of their wall.
Yeah.
And he didn't pay anyone for the actual piece, and no one was supposed to have it. Was the whole point. So it was stolen because it wasn't supposed to be sold.
I wonder how you keep it. Do you just take a big
It was
enough
supposed
chunk?
to be covered up or destroyed. You know, like all real art should be.
Cover it up
or destroy
it. Put it in the smelting iron. What?
I see a titty. That should be destroyed. I'll take care of it.
I'll be back in 5 minutes. 3 minutes.
I'm done now. I haven't even left the room. And thanks. That was it for me, guys. I'm out.
Oh man, but is that art? You think
Back
it's
to
art?
our big old question. Here, switch lighters with me.
But I want the green one now.
That one was mine though. What?
I like that we have neon colors though.
I don't like that you were just like, but I want yours. Fuck you.
Let me have the green one. Doesn't
No,
matter.
we do have some neon. In the grand scheme of things, you
like
still
it
half my
matters.
gas, man. That's barely lighter. I'm fucking broke ass lighter. I'm lighter broke all the time. Like
Yeah.
be searching through couches. I swear I buy some.
If I end up with one of yours, I think I leave mine.
You can't trade lighters like that.
I
Like
don't
mine
mean
has more
to.
gas in it.
I don't mean to. How do you know that yours has more gas in it?
That's brand fucking new. I bought that today.
I wasn't talking about that one specifically.
Yesterday, something like that.
What's today? A week ago. What?
When's my birthday? Like, why is that? It's like 2 weeks after my birthday.
This lighter is empty.
Get the fuck on!
She needs to have the door open.
Go! Gone!
You really
The fuck outta
just been
here.
busting up in here today, Rora.
What are you seeing? What are you seeing? It's so crazy, you know.
Is there a ghost out there?
You seen a ghost?
Is there a ghost out there giving you
I
trouble?
don't think you're supposed to be in here. It feels weird. Go! She loves to fight. She's a good fighter. I don't fucking know what you want from me, you know? Man.
Laura, is there something
I
wrong?
I treat her like
a housewife in the 30s?
damn. Mine was probably gonna be worse, but I was thinking like, was it Frodo? Frodo from
Lord of the Rings?
Godfather.
Oh.
The bitch brother?
Okay, yeah.
I think I treat her like like some Italian. What are you doing? Who told you to get the fuck out of here? No.
Go! Get out!
What's your butt?
Get out of my room.
Is it Frodo? I think it is.
I think that was his name.
I'm liking your color scheme today, bruh.
Thanks, bro. Going with the
It's,
wild berry pop tart.
Yeah, wild berry pop tart. That's a good thing. I was gonna say some wild zebra chewing gum. What was that shit?
I don't know.
Never had wild zebra?
You talking about the metal tins that had the chewing gum in it?
Nah.
No.
Fruit stripe.
Fruit stripe.
Didn't it have a zebra on the front?
I don't know.
Because he had stripes.
Fruit stripe is what you're saying.
Had fruit stripe?
Let me see what you're talking about. Fruit stripe. Come on, Google. Dude, yeah. I mean, this is the gum I'm talking about. What did I call it?
What?
Fruit stripe.
Fruit stripe. Yeah, with the zebra.
But the only thing that's even like, that's not even close. What are you talking about?
No, you just like, it's just some, I don't know what I was saying.
We both know you're talking about fruit stripe.
Yeah, I was just talking about the colors being different. Like they have on the pieces of gum, there'd be like 2 different colors sometimes, depending. And you get different colors.
Where's the tin?
There's no tin.
They used to come.
Metal.
They did.
I remember the pack that you pull them out the side. Like, you remember that the fake gum that you pull out and it shock you? Yeah, I had one of those.
Fuck that.
I hated the buzzer, the little hand buzzer. That was before my time, but I still liked little practical jokes.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the gum was a good one though.
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck?
And then, did you ever itching powder anyone?
Probably. Sounds like something I did.
Nah, I mean, I poured lye on a few people, but nah, I ain't never done no itching powder.
Ain't no pussy, right?
You ever had lye drip down your butt crack? You know it.
You know, it stings a little bit.
You want to try?
Man, you have lye drip down your butt crack every day with soap, bro.
Yup.
See?
Yup. You're right.
It's not even thinking.
There's lye in soap, everybody.
Boom.
Not a lie. 100% facts.
Not a lie.
Drinking a joint.
Don't look it up.
100%
Oh wait,
facts
that's a
all
good.
the time.
That's a good promo. Drinking a joint. Don't look it up.
Yeah, don't look it up.
Yeah.
Do not come to
Or don't
our
Google
page.
us.
Don't Google us. Please don't.
No, I meant don't look it up like the facts that
Yeah.
we're saying. But it also would be like don't look it up.
And they'd be like, okay.
It's fine. This is the easiest promotion I've ever dealt with.
That's like that skit that they
Hey, we're
did
having a
with-
party tonight. You can't come. Hand them a flyer.
Yeah.
This is okay. This is nice.
Tell your friends.
Hey, friends that can't go. This is the hottest event of the year. You want to be there, but you can't be.
Nope, you are not allowed. You're not
Wouldn't it
allowed
be like,
to come
but
to our
why?
party.
Oh, you want to come now? You want to come to my party, my little flyer now? Damn.
Damn, we just don't have a room.
You know what? I think I can sneak in. You got $8
Come
grand?
around back. Owe me $8,000. And
You just give me the
come
next
around
2
back.
years of your life.
And
then
the
we're good.
rights to naming your first
The
child.
rights. That's a good one. I like that. And then we'll call it even.
For getting you into the party of,
And she's like,
dare I say, the
it's like,
century?
what are you gonna name my child? Oh, you know. Monaco.
Monaco? Like the gas station?
The country? It's Conoco.
Oh, it's Monaco.
I think Monaco's a country, isn't it?
Yeah. Or
Sounds right.
something. Country.
It's a place.
Or yeah, for sure.
It's a beautiful name. See, it wasn't that bad.
Monaco.
You really should, you know, and $8 grand. No, the next 2 years of your life.
Even if it's a boy, Monaco? Yes.
It's a beautiful name for a boy.
And for a girl? Yes.
Mm-hmm. Can we call it Monaco? Don't even start with
It goes both because I know.
Don't pick your child's gender before, you know, let them get 8, 9 years old. Let them pick their own genders.
Let them pick their own genders, and if they won't, let them pick their own name. What do I care?
Yeah,
I'll be long dead.
I've listened too much of those prank calls. Start getting into my Robert Jr. voice.
Yeah.
Dude, those seem so funny, but I don't think I'd have a heart for them. You know?
No, you'd be like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Because someone would get so mad at you and be so just
about to kill someone. They're like on the way to kill someone. They're yelling outside, like, I'm here, show up. Like, because they're like, I'm a few houses down. There's one that's like, I'm a few houses down. My auntie lived there. And it's like he was saying they filled up their pool with their water and ran their water bill up. So I'm gonna need about like $3,200 for this water bill. Hey man, I'm gonna come over and swim your pool naked. He's like, you better come over here and swim naked. I'll fucking blow your dick off. It's insane to me, but I couldn't do it. It's so funny. It's an impressive skill to even be able to hold together.
Yeah.
Because you have compassion. Because so I thought about this too. Like, would you rather be prank called something horrible, like your wife's prostitute? They do shit like that all the time. It's like, hey man, you know, I haven't seen her about 2 years. 2 years? We've been married 10 years. It's like, man, look, we go with me and Vicky. You want a first name basis with my wife? It was like, we just been going back, and she ain't answering my calls, and I'm just freaking out. And it's like, she ain't answering your calls. And just destroy people's marriages for a minute.
Yeah.
They're like,
because
she been sleeping around. I'll kill everybody. Like, get to that point, it's like, hey man, this is Ricky Smiley. But would you rather have?
You ready to hear me shoot myself in the head on the phone?
Dude, I want to see one go just a little worse, because they get to the point of like they'll pull guns, people like, you know, of course, just threaten lives, try to find people about to drive off and meet them somewhere to fight them, and like I want to see someone just like say it was like he found out his wife was cheating on him with his cousin, and his cousin was sleeping in the room in there or something. Mm-hmm. And, or, you know, something like that. And they didn't think about a little factor of adding that it was his cousin. He's like, my cousin. Oh, yeah. And he just starts like beating on somebody. And there's also the scary ones about like when there's been some females that prank their husbands. And there's like, oh, she gonna know what a joke is when she gets like, I'm like, oh no. It's not good.
Oh, you think it's funny? Think it's funny to embarrass me?
I'll show you the
that?
comedian. Boom, banana. Banana, bitch, banana clips. Oh, man.
And this is where we superimpose in the peanut butter jelly banana.
So would you rather be pranked about something horrible? Because you get this feeling of relief. And everyone's always like, okay, like, oh, I was about to kill you. Now they're laughing, you know? Mm-hmm. So it's like almost funny. It's a feeling of relief when you know that your life isn't that bad.
Yeah.
Or would you rather them call and say you won $1 million and then be let down that you didn't win shit and that your life just as shitty as it was? Because the other way, even though it seems bad, you see how your life would be if some fucked up shit happened,
right? And
then it's not true,
right? And
so you got to feel those emotions, and now you get this. You know, I feel like that one's better than if I got told that I won the lottery or something, and then I got let down, and then I just have to live with that letdown, as opposed to seeing how bad it would be, and then coming back and being like, oh, I'm thankful. You know, I'm thankful. You know that shit isn't real, and that I don't know. I feel like it weirdly, even though it seems horrible, weirdly does a service in its own fucked up way. You know?
I mean, in a way of like rushing people's and like fucking endorphins and like getting people all high on
I still
dopamine.
think it's pretty
and
mean, but there is a plus side because they get the relief. You hear it in their voice.
Yeah,
you know?
but I mean, I guess. But you still like, what if this person has like already has emotional instability?
Oh yeah, everybody.
And
So,
just like, because if they're crazy enough to freak out like that,
yeah, they
then
were on
like
the,
know.
But then they saw what it was like, and they get you also get to look back at yourself like, man, that was stupid. I shouldn't have acted like that.
Yeah.
And also you have the relief of your life not being that bad. I feel like it does a weird service. I wanted to see what you thought about
that's
that.
a way to look at it.
Would you rather take that or the $1 million loss though?
Probably the.
Rather be pranked hard and get mad as fuck, or get real excited as fuck
and then let down.
Yeah,
I'd rather the other, for sure.
You'd rather get mad?
Yeah.
Get real mad and then sigh of relief.
So I can get over that because most shit doesn't really matter.
But the other one lingers. That's the problem with me. It's like then you're just like, oh shit. Like I'm just real sad now.
Yeah. I'll never have that much money.
I got so excited. It's like getting it's like doing a line of coke versus doing heroin. You know? You do some heroin, get in some horrible places, throw up, puke, sick, and then you like see the world in a different way, and you're like, I like the world. I like these trees, as opposed to doing a line of coke. I love these trees, and then fuck these trees.
Oh, nature!
I hate trees forever. Yeah. So you're more of a heroin boy, is what we've learned. Twisted that one on you. Dave does heroin. Yeah, I wish we had. Do you know what I want? Well, I want the guy. I've been watching H3 a lot, and they have all the sound drops of each other, and they like they just fuck with each other, and they'll catch them saying things, like one of their younger guys said he has a huge. I've heard he has a huge dick. One time on some random show back when, and they took that soundbite, and now they use it, and they're like. They were like, who do you think would win in a fight? So and so and so, so and so. And it's like, well, and he really said, well, I think it'd be this guy. And then they said, I heard he has a huge dick. It's just like, they just use them against each other in weird ways. It'd be cool if we both had sound bites of each other. Right. That we could deviously use. Because it's like, if you're listening too, you can't fucking tell. Mm-mm. And you just pretty much, it's funny. Okay. Because he's got ones of him being like, this is really me talking. This isn't a sound, like, that's just impossible to tell if you're not watching.
That's crazy. We'd have to have, like,
I get a setup.
We'd have to work on that.
On how to do that. No, we just get two pads. You get two trigger pads.
Yeah, but then going through every episode to find stupid shit. That.
No, but you just start catching them. You're like, oh, you said something fucked up that could be out of context. Yeah. Like.
Oh man, that doesn't sound like a good
idea.
That'd
be a deep dive. Yeah. Little baby dicks. Like no.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, I just gave you your first one. Damn it. But yeah, it's just funny.
Oh fuck.
And I don't know, just talking about podcasts. Another weird relationship like that is Tom Segura and Bert Kreischer. Yeah. Because he'll take samples from their show and put them in promos for his tours, acting like no blacks allowed, and fucking like. I just think Jews are fucked. And it's like they'll just take little samples out of context and use them against him and put out promos and shit like that against him. And he's so bad with that video. He just put out a music video. There's like stabbing him at the end of. Like they're like us in a way of how brutal that they are. But he's way worse on him. And I kind of feel bad because he got to the point because he calls him the most racist comedian in the world on his show all the time. And so people started commenting, eventually come to his shows, being like, do the N-word joke, and like, but saying it, and like, just pushing the issue of, fat racist, like, just all over the internet. So a lot of people that didn't know him, like, were getting at, and then just people started teaming up, like, fuck this racist comedian, all this shit. And it started from a joke that he had made, like, the most racist comedian in the world, Bert Kreischer, like, he was fucking with him, and then he just kept saying it. And then so now it's like the fattest, most racist, homophobic comedian in the world, and he's still going at him.
Oh, fuck.
And I just can't believe... I mean, people get the joke that are in on it, but apparently a lot of people don't get the joke, and they think that...
Well, yeah, a lot of people take shit on the internet at face value.
And even people that know him think that, like, he has some old videos they've deleted of him, like, saying the N-word a bunch or something that's not there. Like... They're just making up this, like, oh, he hid all his old videos and all these things of him being racist, fucking homophobic. Like, I never did that. Like, it was not me. It was a joke.
Oh, shit.
But he's pretty harsh with his friend. I mean, he's a dark... I think that's why he's one of my favorites. It's just because his mind is that exact word. He just finds laughter in other people's pain. You know, he loves videos of people getting real hurt, of people handicapped, can't think right, on drugs. He loves any shit like that. And just, it's hilarious, though. It definitely feeds a demonic part of you, I guess. Like, but I don't know. Everybody laughs when someone gets kicked in the nuts. Every dude laughs at those nut-kicking videos, right? You're like, no, those are tragic. I cry every time.
So fail videos are one thing, but I don't
that's
like...
that same... You're laughing at someone's pain.
Right.
He takes it to another level, but it is the exact same feeling. I wish I knew this German word. I'm going to look it up so I can start using it. German word for laughing at pain. That's close. Über den Schmerz lachen. That's way too long. That's laughing at pain. There's an actual phrase. Wait. Oh, that's what it is. Okay. Schadenfreude. That's pretty close.
You gonna commit that to memory?
Schadenfreude. Schadenfreude is the experience of pleasure, joy, or self-satisfaction that comes from learning of or witnessing the troubles, failures, or humiliation of others. Schadenfreude. Here's how to pronounce Schadenfreude. Here you go.
All right. Ooh, yeah. What?
Schadenfreude. Okay. Schadenfreude. That's when you be laughing in nut shots. It's when someone says something really stupid and you're making fun of them, right? It's like you're laughing at their failures. You know, like if I mispronounce something.
I'm laughing at you because of who you are as a person.
But you laugh at me every time I mispronounce it. It's a natural reflex kind of way. Like,
well, that's, yeah.
You enjoy laughing at pain. Like, you know it.
But why is that pain? It's just funny to me.
That's
it's just
failures.
funny to me.
You're laughing at my...
Take a shit in the back of the theater.
You're laughing, in a sense, at someone's shortcomings, right? You're making fun of them because they should have been able to pronounce that fucking word right, you know? Or get out...
I guess.
Or that, like, ooh, that hurts. That his balls must sting. You're laughing at... yeah, there was a list. What? Failures, pain... Insecurities, humiliation.
Yeah. I'm laughing at your insecurities.
Yeah, that's what most people do. That's what most comedy is.
I do not. That's
what comedy is. Now we're on to like what is comedy? Speaking of the comedian, you know,
is a banana taped to a wall.
Doesn't comedy always have to make fun of something? Is that true? Can you think of a joke that doesn't make fun of someone or something? I think that's what comedy is.
But you are making fun out of something, so you are something comedic.
Making fun of something.
You're making fun out of something.
Okay.
I'm turning this into
different.
fun.
You're turning this tragic failure
Yeah,
into fun.
this
You're
tragic-
laughing at failures.
because Toby
and
couldn't
pain.
pronounce the word onomatopoeia.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? That's what comedy is. Comedy is ... Laugh Schnegenfreude.
But isn't it like
Schnedenfreude. That's what comedy is. It's laughing at pain. And I defy you to find me a joke.
Well, hold on a second.
How are you going to type that in?
Hold on. There's a...
What were you looking for? What are you looking for?
Okay, so comedy equals tragedy plus time.
Yeah. That's the old equation of comedy.
Yeah.
So yeah, tragedy, making fun of something tragic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that boy's lisp.
Yeah, so it's, you know what I mean? And that's exactly, so what I was defending was that I feel like it's okay. Because that's the point of comedy, is to take these tragic things. Cause
Well, if you can't laugh at yourself.
So, but more than that, if you can't laugh at other people, there's probably something wrong.
Ha 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 ha.
I don't know. So
what do you find
let's
funny?
Take a really dramatic one. So I mentioned the handicap ones. You kind of cringe when I said that one. And
I used to watch Tourette's Guy a lot when I was younger.
Some of those are hard to watch. You know, I don't want it to be too tragic.
Yeah.
But if they're just a little off, it's like you have two responses. You either go, "Oh shit, like I wish they could get better." You go, "They're dumb," and it's like, is laughing about it worse? I'm not sure, because feeling sorry for them, who wants that?
Right.
Like, that doesn't feel right either. I feel like being sad about it is worse than laughing at it.
Right, but there's a you don't want to be malicious in it.
Yeah.
I think that's the difference.
But is laughing malicious because you're laughing at their
It's the intent behind it, because if you see a person with Down syndrome and that person is doing something goofy,
I was trying not to laugh. I was like, what's he gonna say?
No, if they're genuinely doing something goofy that is funny, that's funny. But if you're if it's
laughing
just
at them having Down syndrome.
yeah, if you're laughing at the fact that they have Down syndrome, not at the fact that they're doing something goofy,
yeah,
because there are people they're
but what if they're
actors,
accidentally doing things goofy?
Perfect example. You remember on Workaholics, there was the character with Down syndrome.
Yeah.
Was it Alice's brother?
And he was doing funny things that weren't related to him having Down syndrome. But what if the funny thing is related to him having Down syndrome, but you're not laughing at it? So what if because he has Down syndrome, he drops a cup, and you laugh at that? The actual act was funny, but where it came from was tragic.
But if someone else
just give it 5 minutes plus time, man.
You remember when that dude with Down syndrome dropped that cup 5 minutes ago?
That was me 5 minutes ago. Yeah. Oh shit.
Oh shit! I thought you left.
Yeah.
I have face blindness.
Yeah. I just got told about it. I was in the bathroom.
I'm just that guy that tries to get conversation going. I'm lonely.
Hello. Nice to meet you. I'm lonely.
What's
what do you
your
like
name?
to do for $50? That'd be I would love to do some stupid Billy on the Street style shit in a bar.
Yeah.
And be hitting on women real
How
bad.
drunk are you? What would you do right now for $50?
Yeah, that's the one. What would you do for $50 right now? Because at first it'd be ooh, I mean,
it doesn't have to be sexual.
Yeah,
just $50. What do you do right now? Go, 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 go.
And we'd see a lot of tits. That's the easiest thing. I mean,
no, you should. It should be
joke.
explicitly not sexual.
That's not sexual. It's sensual. There's a big difference.
That's not sexual. That's a chick.
That's body. That's just real life, you know. Your mom had tits. God, they are the feeders of life, you know. Feed a child with those tits.
Come on, baby, whip out your feeders.
Oh, God. I've seen them udders. Oh, all right. That's pretty bad. And that's why there's only one person. Oh, that's so funny. Probably shouldn't be, but that's what comedy is, you know.
It's like when my lady tells me to whip out my speed bag balls.
Speed bag. Let me see them speed bags. Yeah, let me see those garbanzo beans. You like that one? Is that
Those
one racial?
seed sowers.
Okay.
Seed sacks.
Those tractors.
Okay.
Tractors.
Those cum tractors.
Yeah, just sowing the seeds alive all over my fields. With my thick fields.
In the fertile land that is your crescent.
Oh, the moon shines so brightly over you, my dear.
The lunar solstice is upon us.
His feet start to pray. Now we're at a cult.
Love it. I'm alright.
So what thoughts were you having? So you went to, with my dad. You went last night to a show.
So we were
country
invited.
Christmas show.
Yeah. So.
Well, no, I just want to know your thoughts that were going through your head about your own life and your own self.
No, okay, so I've been watching this show called Man in the High Castle, which is an alternate reality where Nazis won World War II and have taken over the United States. And last night the choir was wearing like all flannel, like red and black flannel shirts.
Oh, okay. For the country thing?
For the choir country thing. So it seemed kind of culty because, like, it's not
flannels.
robes.
Yeah, the
it's
robes. I mean, the robes is what it normally would be, right?
But it's like, no, we all wear flannel.
Okay. I see.
And most of them were white, blonde. Most of them were Aryan people. And I've just been watching this Nazi show.
They just brought up
and their colors are red and black. And, like...
A lot of those flannels are red and black, the traditional flannel color.
They were all red and black. They were all red and black.
Oh. And so you were just having some weird Nazi thoughts.
Yeah, and like it's just like and it was not a dinner theater. Your dad told me on the tickets it says dinner theater, and I didn't know that it was going to be at his church. So I didn't quite realize at first how churchy it was going to be.
Yeah.
It was so churchy.
Was there no dinner?
No, there was dinner.
There was dinner and then theater?
It was all kind of together.
You eat while they're doing shit?
Well, they had chips and salsa on the table at first, so it was kind of like we're eating chips and salsa, but there's like
Tex-Mex.
But there's soup, crackers, butter, and barbecue sauce on the table. But we're thinking we're getting prepared for Mexican because there's chips and salsa. And then
if there's butter and barbecue, you can get some ribs.
And then they sang a song about the baby Jesus.
Yeah. Little baby Jesus.
Little baby Jesus.
Which is something I want to make a t-shirt of. It's little baby's face in a swaddling crate.
Yeah.
Little baby Jesus.
In a manger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be pretty sweet.
But
or at least the wrapped in.
And it got fucking
linen
weird.
clothes.
Yeah. Okay, so there was they sang a couple songs, little baby Jesus songs, and then they brought us out our food, which was this weird soup. They were like a creamy vegetable soup, and then they brought it to the table, and it's just like white liquid with some vegetables floating in it. And like my wife Ivy, she's like pretty health conscious. She likes to know what's in what she's eating, but she's looking at it and she's just like, "What is this?" And I turned to her and I was like, "It's just hot milk with some vegetables in it," and it wasn't even much vegetables. So it was mostly just this white, creamy
vegetables.
What? Like it didn't make sense. It basically tasted like vegetable breakfast gravy because they gave you biscuits to put in it. And then it was like barbecue, chicken tenders, baked beans, potato salad. Very southern.
That sounds good.
And then, oh my God! So the one thing it was a show to benefit these people who are doing a mission in Uruguay, which like if they were just helping and feeding people, that'd be cool. But they're planting churches, as so they say.
Yeah.
Because apparently only 6% of Uruguay identifies as Christian, and that's all denominations of Christian. And
well, that's probably a reasonable amount.
yeah, well, they say it's an atheist country.
That's weird. Most countries pick a religion or pick all of them. I feel like most countries are still pretty like a religious segregated. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, you'd think, especially in South America too,
but that's interesting to think of a whole country. Godless country.
But the where I started to check out was they were like, yeah, Uruguay is a godless country. They really need help just in the past year. And then 3 bullet points drop down and it says they legalized marijuana, they legalized same-sex marriage, and decriminalized abortion. And they were like, Uruguay needs God. And I was like, I am fucking over this.
Love smoking pot.
I'm fine with what people decide to do with their bodies.
What was the other one?
Same-sex marriage.
Oh.
It's like, what?
Yeah.
And then it was just like, oh,
I mean,
this is where we're
weird.
at right now. And
like,
then at the fucking end of the thing, when the pastor got up there to start doing his like closing speech, he tried to get people to accept Christ into their heart. He's like, and if you've never been here before, and you want to accept Christ into your heart,
tripping out.
I'm like, no. And then he's like, I'm gonna lead you all through the prayer, and if you want to accept Christ into your heart tonight, you just say this prayer out loud with me.
Oh, I was okay, out loud, because I thought he was gonna be like, you come up here and just line up for me, and
no. Is this why you brought me here?
Just come up and line up. What's your name, boy?
You trying to indoctrinate me?
What's your name? Where you from? Who's your mama?
Who's your mama? What are your perils
what church
in
do
life?
You belong to?
Yeah.
Son?
Oh, and they were like, and if you don't have a home church, a church that you belong to,
Membership.
I can tell you, that you're sitting in one, right now, and we'll save a seat for you tomorrow.
Pretty nice. You're making him seem really nice.
But no, what he decided at the end, he was like, and I know at Christmas time we like to celebrate the birth of Christ, but we got to think about the death, being up there on that cross, because that's what it matters. That's what matters is when he died for our sins. That's what allows us to get into the kingdom of heaven.
Death gets me off.
And then he's like, it all points to the cross. He's like, that baby being put down in a wooden manger, in a wooden crib. Wood,
comes
like
from
the
trees.
cross that he hung from.
Carpenter.
Yeah, wood. Trees,
Yeah.
cross, death.
His dad, Joseph, got some wood.
Yeah, fucked his mom. She was
Made
not a virgin.
Christ.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, yeah, she was supposed to be God's dick, did it?
It was, yeah, God's dick put that Jew inside her.
Damn, you made it way worse. I don't know why. It's like, but that's the name. It's like, it's just that hard J.
What?
You don't remember that? And they're like, well, what? It was a Frank and Charlie moment. Like, what were we supposed to call them? Jews? Whoa! It's like, what? It's like, it's that hard J.
A you?
You? I don't know if that's better.
He's Jewish.
Is Jewish. I do like that because it's you.
As in me.
Yeah. So they're me-ish. I'm going to call Jewish people me-ish.
Okay.
I'm not Jewish, though. So it seems deceiving, I think. I want to start off right at the bat just being really deceiving.
Okay, just go out the gate with it, Toby. I'll give you free reign. Do what you gotta do, man.
I'll
Get out there and
Middish.
lie.
We speak Middish.
We speak man. Ish.
Mesh. No. Denied by the court of youism.
Which is actually
Me.
meism.
It's from a third person. Fuck you. It's like really. Everyone always says that shit. It's from the third person looking into me. Fuck you. That's pretty funny. I like.
That'd be a good
start
cult
a new religion.
skit. Yeah.
Have a bunch of weird.
You keep handing this to him. I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
Hit it. All right. You ready? Ready to go?
Yeah.
Ready to wrap it up? All right. We love you guys.
That was
Get at
good.
us on the socials. That was fun. Sorry about Juice World, man.
Yeah.
Peace
Love
up,
you.
A-Town down. We love you guys.